I want to welcome you back to this space. It's been a while, a long while. We last shared in August. And thank everyone who has been with us in this space. I pray and hope that we've been able to learn a thing or two and benefit. We thank the Lord for 2024. And as we are coming to an end of it, we want to look back and review how we performed, how we managed to go through, what worked, what did not work. And the purpose of this review is that we are able to be in a better position to plan for 2025. Yes. So I will urge all of us. I know by the start of 2024, we had goals we had set, and we want to sit and review. Yes, as we plan for 2025, let us get a minute, get an hour, get some time, sit down, review how you did against set goals for 2024. Find out what did you achieve, what didn't you achieve, what you achieved, how did you manage to do it, as in what worked for you, and what you didn't achieve, what went wrong. Make that review and find out, because our experience in 2024 will help us plan better in 2025. Also, in areas where we did not do well, where we did not achieve, we sit and see how better can we work, how better can we plan so that we achieve better. Yes, the review is very important for us. Let us all take some time to review, not to just wait for 31st and just scribble down a list of resolutions, New Year resolutions. Let us think through well. Let us review and be able to plan as well for 2025. So as we plan for 2025, actually, that's the main reason why I'm here. How do we plan for 2025? Yes, financially, for our financial growth, how do we plan? We shall begin with putting down our goals. What do we want to achieve in 2025? What are our goals? Let's allow ourselves to dream. Don't limit yourself. Dream. Put down the goals. But we shall not only stop at putting down the goals. Let us put down the means as well of achieving the goals. For instance, if you have a goal, um, if you have a goal, see through and see what strategies am I going to put in place. What are the means? As in, how do I plan on achieving this goal? Write them down as well. So not only write the goals, but also the strategies of how you think you're going to work around this in achieving these goals. So when we are done putting down our goals for 2025 and our strategies of how we think we shall uh, work around the goals, then we come to our annual budget. That is very important for us to put down our annual budget for 2025. How are we going to do about this? But before I got onto the annual budget, I want to put across something important, to know that in our path or on our road or in our plans for 2025, we cannot do these plans on our own. Yes, we can't do it by ourselves. We need God. We need God's guidance. We need Him to hold our hands, to guide us, give us wisdom, even as we are planning for the 2025. I want to share with you a few verses here that will guide us to bring out what I mean. We cannot do this on our own, otherwise we'll be wasting time. Yes. We shall look at James chapter 4, verse 13 to 15. Let me get it here. James chapter 4, verse 13 to 15, that says, "Now listen, You say today or tomorrow we will go to this or that city, spend a year there, carry on business and make money. But why? You do not even know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? Yeah. You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live and do this or the other. Does that bring out what I'm trying to explain? Go back and go through this verse, James chapter 4, verse 13 to 15. It lets us know that most time as humans, it's easy for us to sit down and say, okay, 2025, I'm planning to do this, I'll travel there and here. I want to achieve that and that. But do you know what holds for 2025? Do you know whether you'll get there or not? And these are the tough questions we should ask ourselves. So what does this show us? We cannot do things on our own, in our own selves, by ourselves. We need God. We need to put God first. He needs to guide us. That's why they're telling us, you need, as you're planning, you're saying, by the will of God. By the will of God, I will do this, that. Because you don't know what holds tomorrow, but He knows. So He who knows, hold on to Him to guide you as you plan for the future that you know not about. Yes, that's what I wanted to put up across, just as we are planning for 2025, to put God first. As we are planning, can we put it before God? Can we pray for His will, for His guidance as we do the planning, so that we are not moving by ourselves? He is holding our hands and giving us direction into what we are planning for. He is in what we are planning, not us to plan in our own physical selves. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. It helps you plan better because you have someone guiding you in this planning. Yes, you who doesn't know about tomorrow, He knows about tomorrow, and His will precedes us. His will precedes us. So let us hold on to Him, so that if it is His will, pray that in His will, by your will, O Lord, tomorrow, this and that and that and that and that and that, like He is guiding you, not you moving alone. That is key. So as we are setting up our goals for 2025, let us, before everything, let us put them before God. Let us seek His face to guide us, to hold our hands, so that we are not planning in vain. We are doing a proper planning with God. The other verse I wanted to share is Proverbs chapter 27, verse 1. That says, do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. That's just an addition to the first verse we shared in James. And then Proverbs chapter 14, verse 23, that also says, in all toil there is profit, but mere talk tends only to poverty. Understand that even as we are planning, in toil there is always profit, but in mere talk tends only to poverty. So what is that telling us? That even as we are planning, let us just not be excited and just write our New Year's resolutions. Let us put in that toil, because it comes with profit. Let us put in the work, because it brings profit, not only lean on mere talk. That was just to share with you as we proceed. We were going into the annual budget, how to budget for our 2025. Yes, what we shall do is to lay down. Please note that this is an annual budget. It's different from the monthly one. So we are going to plan for at a broader level, broader categories, not specifics. The specifics will come in the monthly budgets, but when we are planning for annual budget, let us use the broader categories. For instance, if one of your goals, and you realize that your goals, you will fit your goals into the budget because most of them are to be costed or have a cost that comes along with it. For instance, if one of your goals is to acquire land, you will know approximately how much this land will cost you. So you fit that into the budget expenses. You're listing down the expenses. The land, let's say 40 million. Just an example, 40 million. What else do you plan to do? Home expenses, the figure, generally. Personal expenses, a figure. Let's say transport, stroke fuel, a figure. Children's expenses, a figure. I'm just giving examples, the broader categories. You're not going into now the details of saying this, that. Like, for instance, if it's home expenses, you might find that under that there are very many categories under that, say like utilities, that is umeme, water, and all that. But in the annual budget, you're not giving all that detail. You are doing broader categories. Remember, if you've moved with us through the sharings of this year, 2024, you realize when we were talking about budgeting, yes, while we're talking about budgeting, budget tracking, if you've been tracking your expenses in 2024, it will be easy for you because when it comes to home expenses, personal expenses, you will come from an informed place of knowing, okay, per month, this is what I use. So if I'm projecting for a year, that is times 12 months. Yes. So it become easier because now we are planning for 12 months. The monthly cost times 12, which will give you the annual cost. For things like land that is a one-off, you will know how much tentatively. Remember, this is a budget. These are tentative figures, but that are informed, not out of the, we don't get them out of the blue. They're informed figures. Say, you know where you want to buy the land and the market price of the land in that place. So you put the figure there. Yeah, list all the expenses, cost them for the year. Yeah. Remember, even as you're doing this, listing down the expenses, remember our apportionment, our sharing on apportionment. List them down on those categories. Where does this fall? Is it a want? Is it a need? Yes, because remember, in our expenses, we have the apportionment of where we said we can do 20, 10, and by 10 I'm saying like tithe, 20, a minimum of 20% saving. And then you remember that sharing, where like then depending on where you stand, you know what percentage to give wants and which percentage to give needs. So as you're listing down these annual expenses, categorize them. Where do they fall? Are they under wants? Are they under needs? Do that up categorization. Yes. But remember, you have your saving. We said at least at 20%. Put it there. You have your 10% type there. So categorize. If you're done with your expenses, then look at the income. Come back. How in your 2025, where is your income going to come from? Is it salary? Put it down there. Put it salary. This. Project for the whole year. If you're earning, say, 1 million, meaning that is 12 million a year. Yes. If you're earning 500, meaning that is 500 times 12. Yeah, so put that figure. Are you only earning out of salary? If not only out of salary, what is the other, where is your other income coming from? State it. If you have some side hustles, put them and what comes out of them. Project of a figure of what comes out of the side hustles. Put it there under the income. Yes. So at the end of the day, your annual income is up there. Total it up. your total expenses for the year, total it up, and then see at the end of the day, do you have a deficit budget or a surplus budget? All of us would want to have a surplus budget whereby your income is able to cover all your planned expenses. Yeah, but in case you realize also that your budget is in deficit, that is just telling you something that you need to devise a means of how you're going to get extra income to be able to cover your projected expenses for the year. That will give us homework. What do you think? What are you going to do? Sit down, think through it. Do you think you can do something about it? We talked about the income gap. You remember income gap of where we're saying if there are people where your income is not even enough to cover your monthly expenses generally, and some of us even needs. So we're saying you may not be able to sustain that what you're working for can't even cover your needs. So with your device means, please refer to that sharing and you see what we said we could do about it. So in case you realize that your 2025 budget already is in deficit, that is giving you homework. That is giving you a hint that things through, like it's time to go back to the table and say, okay, what am I going to do extra to make sure I'm able to cover my plans for 2025. Yeah, that is homework for you, because you might find that all the things you've projected for 2025 as expenses and goals and plans, you really want to achieve them. And at this stage, you won't be able to, I would not advise you to go and say, no, let me remove this, let me remove this. No, just challenge yourself to see what can I do about this to see that I increase my income for 2025. Yeah, that is the plan that we are talking about. You're planning. So challenge yourself there, and also so that you live, because remember, this is your dream, what you think you want to achieve, and you're able to remember. We said by ourselves we cannot, but with God on our sides, we are more than able to do everything that we want. We are more than able to achieve everything that we want to achieve. So don't remove anything. Just ask yourself and say, what extra can I do? By the grace of God. Yes, when you have God, remember, favor is on your side. You're blessed. Ask and you shall receive. So we are not doing this in our own strength. That's why we come back here. That's what I had to bring in, that we cannot do things by ourselves. We cannot. We need God, because He's the only one who can make us succeed in all the things that we do. Yeah. So that is, even as you're planning, you're cracking your head, okay, where is the extra income as I'm planning? Where will it come from? You already have the wisdom of God. You will get away. Yeah. But what I would advise you is, don't remove. If you prayed through your goals, you think, yes, I'm able to get this, leave them on paper, devise means of how you can meet them. So that's the part of the budget that we are talking about. Hope we've picked one or two things out of that. Let us make these budgets. They'll guide us through 2025. And during 2025, we shall have to make reviews quarterly. Yeah, to see where are we? Are we still on course? We shall move the journey. So other than that, I wanted to highlight some things that can guide us on our path in 2025. If we want to grow our personal finances, then we have to follow through some things, and also we have to avoid some things. A few things I wanted to share here and there. And before I do that sharing, it's also to highlight that they tell us that in personal finance, if you want to succeed in personal finances, what matters mostly is the behavior. Yes, because on 100%, it's 20% knowledge and 80% behavior. What does that tell us? That when we get this knowledge, let us apply it. Because this we've seen that before. We are saying in most cases, most of us are not hearing these things for the very first time. We've heard them over and over again, but some of us have even never taken a step, put these things into action. So this is a call to action, that let us not only get the knowledge, but let us get the knowledge and apply it. So some of the other things that I wanted to highlight for 2025, things that we should watch out for, things that we can help us. Yes, like let us keep ourselves in spaces that can help us grow and learn. Ladies, let us keep in spaces that can help us grow and learn. Which spaces are these? You might find that some of them are church circles, as in circles, yes, of influence, work circles, the friends we keep around us, yes. Let us keep in circles that will help us, in spaces that will help us grow and learn. Yeah? Because if you know, they tell us we are as good as the 5 friends we keep around ourselves, or 5 people around us. We are the average of the 5 people we keep around us. So look around yourself. What kind of people do you have around you? Are they people that are positive? Are they people that are encouraging you to grow? Are they people who call you out in case you're going astray? Or they are the people who are encouraging you to go in the wrong directions? Yeah, let us purpose to be in the right circles, in the right spaces for the right reasons. Yeah, that is one thing. The other thing that I put down that I wanted to say is, and in relation to the same, keeping good company. Yeah, keeping good company. Who are your friends? They say, tell me your friends and I tell you who you are. Who are your friends? Which friends are you keeping? And when you're keeping good company, not only the physical, but even the online. Yeah, we're always online listening to. What are you doing online? On these social media platforms, who are you listening to? Are you listening to people that are helping you grow? There are very many there. Or you're on this other part of people who are pulling down others. And, social media can be good, but it can also be bad depending on how you use it. Yeah. But let us see, what company are we keeping around us? You can choose to be online. Who I myself, I've been online in 2024, but some of the people that have helped me grow is the Bump Love. I don't know whether any one of you listens into Bump Love, but if you do, you will agree that there is much to learn. Also, as ladies, there is a lot to learn. So me, that is one of the spaces I've been in, and I've not remained the same. Yeah. So those are the things I'm talking about. Which spaces are you in? Not only physically, but also online. Spaces that are helping you grow. Not only financially, but also spiritually, family-wise. Yeah. So let us watch the spaces that we are in, the company that we keep around us. It will come a long way in 2025. Then the other one that I wanted to share with us is keeping a positive attitude. Keeping a positive attitude, that's where you know that you will make it regardless. You see, we've set up our goals, but what attitude are you writing them down and you're also like, they don't know, like, you're looking at them and you're like, but really, will I achieve them? Keep positive attitude. Be positive. Know that nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Everything is doable. You just have to be focused and focus. When you've put your mind to something, trust me, you get it done. So let us keep a positive attitude, ladies. One thing with us is that we fear risk. That's number one, but we also fear losing money. That has held us back. and to making certain decisions, because we have to take forever analyzing that there is no single bit of risk, which is impossible. Everything has risks. You can weigh, but don't take forever. Take that step. Take it. Yes, take that step. But after taking it, that's when you realize that you did the best. Like you made the right choice, or you took a right decision. Without taking it, you won't know. So let us take that bold step, ladies, in 2025. Some other thing is we should get mentors. Getting a mentor. That is one thing I look to in 2025. We know people. We know people who are there, people we look up to. We have them. We know them, but we've never approached them. We've never, be purposeful in 2025. Me, that is one of my assignments in 2025. I have my mentors. They're around me. I've been keeping close to them, but I had never had that discussion with them of telling them, now I request you to walk this path with me, to walk this road with me, as in mentoring you regarding a certain line, in a certain line. I had never approached them, but in 2025, one thing I'm promising myself is I'll have to walk to these people and have a conversation. Yes, because there is a lot to it. These are the guys, remember, by the time you're choosing them to be your mentors, they are where you want to go. These guys have experienced it to reach where they are. There is what has worked and what has not worked, and they know it. They will guide you. They'll mentor you, not to also take the longer route that they took to get there, because for them, they went through it all. They will be able to advise, no, you don't have to take that route. For you, you pass here. Yeah, because they've gone through it. So let us be bold, approach these people. They are kind enough. I know these guys are always busy. Those people we look up to, they are always so busy, but trust me, mentorship is a journey, and it's not a one day, it is a journey. So engage them in these conversations. Let them walk the journey with you. You will not remain the same. And I know as well, I will not remain the same. And the other thing I want to talk about is for us to avoid social comparison. That is another thing. Ladies, let us avoid social comparison, where we are all not at the same level. Some people are at a higher level, others are a bit coming step by step. So appreciate where you are and work towards getting better. But don't put yourself on pressure. Yeah, comparing yourself with people who are at a different stage in their lives. Yeah, they are changing their cars because they can afford to, and you're also putting yourself on pressure. You want to also change your car. Can you afford changing that car now, or you can work towards it? And give a car as an example. This is in different areas. Can we not put ourselves on unnecessary pressure? Social comparison draws us back in some cases. Instead of working towards your goals, you're diverting everything that you worked for to things that you can postpone. Yes, ladies, that one. Then the other one is for us to not to live hand to mouth. Not to live hand to mouth. If we've listened to these sharings we've had before, we know that when God blesses us, He gives us food and seed. Let us eat the food, but not also eat the seed. We should plant the seed. Yeah. So let us save consistently. Let us save consistently as a habit. Save, so that we are able to invest. Yes, it will take us a long way. Let us not eat our seed that is meant for planting. I want to conclude this, but before I do that, I want to share with you a verse in Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, that says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and the rest shall be added unto you." I ask you to meditate on this verse and you will really know what it means. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things, and all the wealth, and all that we are looking out for shall be added unto us. And on this note, I want to wish you a very blessed 2025. God bless you.